Good day. Here is the news at noon. First, the highlights. Lagos State government flags off polio outbreak response campaign. National Assembly Joint Committee queries Ministry of Steel's execution of 2024 budget. On the foreign scene, Israel frees 90 Palestinian prisoners as Gaza ceasefire enters second day. And in sports, Nigeria claims historic victory over New Zealand in Under-19 International Cricket Council Women World Cup match. And now the details. I am Akan Usen. The Lagos State government, through the Lagos State Primary Healthcare Board, has launched the 2025 Polio Outbreak Response Campaign, reaffirming its commitment to eradicating polio and safeguarding the health of its children. The ceremony, held at the Simpson Primary Healthcare Center, was led by the wife of the governor of Lagos State, Ibijoke Sanwo-Olu, who was represented by a member of the Committee of Wives of Lagos State Officials, CALSO, Jumoke Mustafa. Mrs. Sanwo-Olu emphasized the state government's proactive measures to keep Lagos polio-free, highlighting the critical importance of the campaign in preventing the debilitating effects of poliomyelitis, which can result in paralysis or death. She also called on parents, community leaders and stakeholders to support the campaign by ensuring eligible children are vaccinated. Targeting children aged 0 to 59 months, vaccination teams will administer the oral polio vaccine, OPV, to prevent virus transmission. The Lagos State Traffic Management Authority, LASMA, rescued 1,075 individuals from the brink of road traffic catastrophes in 2024. General Manager of LASMA, Olalekan Bakarioki, in a statement, says the achievement underscores the agency's pivotal role in curbing fatalities and mitigating the grievous repercussions of road mishaps. He says it also epitomized the agency's unwavering dedication to preserving lives, optimizing traffic flow, and executing timely interventions throughout Lagos State. According to Bakarioki, the agency responded to 2,051 road traffic incidents involving 3,755 vehicles and resolved 5,108 cases of vehicular breakdowns. He reiterates that the agency remains resolute in harnessing advanced technology, fostering public collaboration, and enhancing the proficiency of its personnel to deliver unparalleled traffic management services. Lagos State Ministry of Tourism, Arts and Culture has reiterated its commitment to strengthening the state's reputation as Africa's entertainment capital by building on the remarkable success of Dirty December, which drew over 1.2 million fun seekers from Nigeria and the diaspora in 2024. Commissioner for Tourism, Arts and Culture, Toke Benson Awoyinka, made this known during a courtesy visit by the founder of Empire Distribution Records and Publishing Company in the United States, Gazi Shami, to her office. Highlighting the critical role the entertainment industry played in the success of Dirty December, Benson Awoyinka lauded the contributions of music icons such as Wizkid, Burna Boy, Tiwa Savage, Olamide, Adekunle Gold, Sheyi Vibes, and others. She revealed plans to make the 2025 edition more impactful, acknowledging the strides Lagos State has made in the film and creative sectors, but emphasized the need for similar structured support in the music industry. The commissioner also announced plans to bridge existing gaps through initiatives such as establishment of a music academy, talent hunts, and specialized training programs. On his part, founder of Empire, Gazi Shami, identified a critical need to develop the legal framework supporting the Nigerian music industry. Shami emphasized the importance of trained professionals with a solid understanding of record deals, royalty agreements, and intellectual property rights, calling for collaborative efforts to address the issues. He expressed his willingness to work with the Lagos State government to close these gaps and empower Nigerian artists to secure better deals and protect their interests. The National Assembly Joint Committee on Steel Development has queried a series of procurement law breaches in the execution of the 2024 budget of the Ministry of Steel Development. It also recommended a forensic audit of the ministry's 2024 accounts to shed light on some ghost projects which allegedly gulped a yet to be determined amount of taxpayers' funds. Co-chairman of the committee, Zainab Gimba, highlighted some of the infractions during the ministry's 2025 budget defense with a team led by the minister, Shuaibu Audu, in Abuja. Gimba noted that an appraisal of submissions made by the ministry in its 2024 budget, as contained in documents submitted to the committee, raised more questions than answers. She said a first-hand appraisal of the 2024 submissions shows some budget infractions as funds allocated for unspecified capacity building programs and skills training initiatives in the steel sector show no evidence of execution or impact, saying these projects risk being classified as ghost projects designed to divert public funds. The committee co-chairman cited other breaches of the Public Procurement Act to include instances of non-competitive bidding and inflated contract costs, which suggested violations of procurement guidelines. Gimba said there are ghost projects which are a direct violation of Nigeria's financial regulations that require all expenditures to be backed by documentation and outcomes. The Nigeria Labour Congress (NLC) has frowned at the recent hike in the pump prices of premium motor spirit, popularly known as petrol, describing it as the height of insensitivity against the masses. Deputy President of NLC Political Commission, Theophilus Ndubaku, argued that in a saner climate, representatives of workers, the organized private sector, and students would have been called to a round table to deliberate on the course of action and analysis of the consequences before the decision will be taken. Also speaking on the hike in petrol price, chairperson of the NLC in Lagos State, Sesi Fumi, accused oil marketers of being major contributors to Nigeria's economic challenges. Sesi criticized oil marketers for manipulating petroleum pricing to exploit Nigerians, alleging that they were undermining the government's efforts to stabilize the downstream oil sector. She applauded President Tinubu's administration for reviving two of Nigeria's refineries in Port Harcourt and Warri, emphasizing that these developments should lead to a further reduction in PMS prices. Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu and Chairman Southwest Governors Forum have expressed heartfelt condolences on the loss of lives in the fuel tanker explosion that occurred on Saturday at Diko Junction on the Abuja-Kaduna Highway in the Gurara local government area of Niger State. Governor Sanwo-Olu, in a statement issued by his special advisor on media and publicity, Boyega Koshile, sympathized with his Niger State counterpart, Mohammed Bago, friends and associates of the victims, as well as the people and government of Niger State. He said the sad incident is worrisome, and the thoughts and prayers of his family, the government, and the people of Lagos State are with Governor Bago, his government, and citizens of Niger State over the tragic event. And now to foreign news. The fragile ceasefire between Israel and Hamas is entering its second day. An Israeli prison service says 90 Palestinian prisoners have been released overnight as part of the first phase of the ceasefire, most of them women and teenage boys. 3 Israeli women, including a dual British national, were earlier released by Hamas. They are being treated in a Tel Aviv hospital and are in a stable condition. The ceasefire in Gaza came into force after a last-minute delay, but joy faded as Palestinians returned to their destroyed homes, and there is still uncertainty as to what lies ahead. Meanwhile, there have been emotional reunions on both sides. And away from all that, now sports. Nigeria stunned New Zealand to claim victory in the team's first ever completed International Cricket Council ICC Women's Under-19 World Cup game. Making their ICC Women's Under-19 World Cup debut, the Nigerians were left to wait for an opportunity after their Group C opener with Samoa on Saturday was abandoned due to the rain. Wet weather again threatened proceedings in Sarawak, Malaysia, but the Nigerian girls made the most of their chances once it was confirmed that the match would hold. Nigeria scored 65-6, batting first, before producing an energetic display in the field that continued to add pressure on New Zealand's run chase. The Kiwis were 57-5, needing 9 runs with 1 over to go, and tight bowling from Lilian Ude got them over the line, finishing 2 runs shy of Nigeria's total. Nigeria's next game is against South Africa on Wednesday, January 22. And that's all for the news at noon. Always carry out proper and adequate checks on your vehicles before setting out. You can follow us and like all our various social media platforms on X at Traffic Radio 961, Facebook Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM, Instagram Lagos Traffic Radio 961. On YouTube, subscribe and watch us live on our channel, Traffic Radio 961. You can also visit our website on www.trafficradio961.ng. Did you know that the Sanwo-Olu administration constructed watch towers with alarm bells and perimeter fences in model colleges? You can get more details on the Lagos State Government website. To end the news, here are the highlights of the major stories. The Lagos State Government, through the Lagos State Primary Healthcare Board, has launched the 2025 Polio Outbreak Response Campaign, reaffirming its commitment to eradicating polio and safeguarding the health of its children. The National Assembly Joint Committee on Steel Development has queried series of procurement law breaches in execution of the 2024 budget of the Ministry of Steel Development. We also told you that the fragile ceasefire between Israel and Hamas is entering its second day, and Israeli prison service has stated that 90 Palestinian prisoners have been released overnight as part of the first phase of the ceasefire, most of them women and teenage boys. In sports, Nigeria stunned New Zealand to claim victory in the team's first ever completed International Cricket Council ICC Women's Under-19 World Cup game. For contact with the newsroom, please send a message to info@trafficradio961.ng. And that ends the news broadcast compiled by Adeswa Ejoka. I am Akan Usen. Thanks for listening and please stay safe. Good afternoon.